Hello again, welcome to today's attempt at that Fibble puzzle. This is Wordle, but there's a liar on every row, so maybe the S is lying. But if it is, should it be grey or green? Or maybe the H, I, R or D is the one that's lying? The only way to find out is to play. It's auto-populated that first guess, and I'm going to make use of the fact that we've got the S and the I not grey by keeping them both there and seeing if we learn anything useful. We do. The I has changed colour, so it's got to be lying at least once. That means the S can't be lying. So the S is somewhere in the word, but not first. I'm going to assume for now that those are the liars, just because it's much more likely that we've got letters wrong than right. But we'll come back to those assumptions if we need to. For now, I'm just going to try the S with 4 new letters. When I say 4 new letters, they tend not to have plurals, so it's fairly likely, perhaps, that we've got a double S ending. No, I don't want to try duplicated letters just yet. We'll try flask. Oh, that's not helpful. Not helpful at all. Maybe the S is lying and it's actually abyss. I think let's test that double S theory. Oh, no, hang on. If it was abyss, then this S would be... Yeah, sorry, the S would be lying because it would be grey. Green, sorry. Either way, this is telling me there is an S, this is telling me there isn't. So I think... Sorry. This is telling me there's an A, this is telling me there isn't. So again, I think maybe that means there has to be another S somewhere. I'm not completely certain about that. Because that could be the liar, couldn't it? Or maybe that could be the liar because there's only an S at the end. Not certain. I mean, it really feels like it's going to be bonus. That would let me try both of the remaining vowels, but then there's no liar on the second row. Maybe I just assume that the E is lying, and we'll bring that back in. Let's see if we've got the bends. Oh gosh, what does this tell me? I've got greens and yellows all over the place. If the S is lying here, because it's actually the correct last letter, but it's not duplicated, so that means there isn't an S here. We're just running out of spaces for the N, aren't we? So I think the N has to be lying in both positions. But then what vowels do we have? I suppose we could still have the O or the U, couldn't we? Maybe the N is lying because it's actually green. I suppose we can try bonds. No, but then the N and the S are lying. Okay, so if this S is lying, this S can't be lying though. If this S is lying, then we're not going to have room for the B, N and D. We know there's at least one S because these can't both be lying. So if this S is lying because it's actually the last letter, then we've got a B, N and D and it's just not going to work. So this S can't be lying, which means it's not the last letter, which means this S is definitely lying, which means there's definitely no A, so this A is lying. And we've got a B. So the B is definitely true, the D is definitely true. Oh no, the D is not definitely true, is it? We could have an N or a D. But whichever one we get rid of, the S has to be third, because it can't be directly after the B. Oh yes, okay, so we just have the D as the liar. Let's get rid of that, because that's definitely wrong. I think the D is lying, then the S can be third, and the N can be last, I guess. But if the S is if the N is last, that means we have to use an I or an E. Maybe the I is lying here because it's actually meant to be yellow in both guesses. That would be incredibly tricky. Oh, I liked that puzzle, but that messed with my head. I had all the information there, I just needed to reconsider my earlier assumptions. The I just did not consider the possibility that it could be lying twice in different ways. That was very interesting. I'm glad I didn't have to spend about 10 minutes thinking. 5 minutes is long enough, to be fair. I always feel like I should get these puzzles quicker. That was a tricky one. Let me know if you shouted bison at the screen quicker than I got it. Well done if you did. That is Fibble. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.